Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Come say hello. Jacob is with me downstairs. He's playing with his alphabet lords on Tia's couch and his Mario characters. Say hello.
Hello.
Got to wave under here.
Hello.
So he's just kind of hanging with me for a little bit. I think he's avoiding to going outside.
Yes.
Did you just swish my kisses away?
Yes, I want to play Mario Party 9.
That I'm not in charge of that. That's Papa's and Mama's ruling. You know that. All right, go play with your alphabet lords.
I'm going to say Andre's not there.
Oh, okay. and Andre's name is Papa to you. All of a sudden he wants to call his Papa Andre by his name. So anyways, I have I'm doing 2 videos today. I had a really good weekend. Saturday was quiet. What did I do Saturday? I ended up being dragged out to shopping. Well, you know, you have to go be an adult and do grocery shopping. We had the place we went on Thursday night didn't have everything we usually get because it was a smaller Walmart. So we had to go over to the Walmart and grab a couple things. And then Sunday, my friend Pascale, and she's a part of Junk Journal Craft and Chat, and I'm also going to link her Etsy shop. She doesn't have a lot in her shop because she works full time. So she puts a little bit here and there, but she got great paper packages. Well, she put a little something together. Now, it was a little flatter. I was going to just all open it in front of all you guys, but I couldn't wait. So I'm going to show you the wonderful packages she did for me. And of course, put it in this great file folder. I'm just going to slip it out of the file folder for now. So she made me a few packages. First, she put in some great different book pages because she's really good at finding really unique pages and a lot of French pages. So I'm going to, some of this I will keep for myself, like this one I want for myself. But some of these I'm going to put in packages if you're looking for some unique French book pages, and not only just not just France book pages, but here in Quebec we have what we call Quebecois, and it is French, but it has its own slang as well and some words. And so, and then she sent me, look at this page here. It's beautiful. I almost want to photocopy this for a digital because I think it's pretty the way it is, and I think it would be pretty if I could turn it into a collage. So she sent me all this wonderful, and like this one is on a nice paper. So this I could put nicely in a journal like this. It's just amazing. It's nice. And then this is the rest of that music page. So there's that. And then these are French songs. So it's French songs, but it's in English. So, and she finds a lot of real good vintage stuff. I don't know if this has got a date on it. Let me just check. Anywhere here. I know it's made in the USA. This is copyrighted MCMI. That's it says. Alright, this one here, printed in the USA, copyrighted MCMIX by Carl Fisher, New York. And this, again, the same thing. And because these are pages, I can't check on that. But this is amazing. Nice. And it's such a good quality. So it's not going to rip and everything. And then she gave me this. Look at this. Just on itself, it's amazing. I might have to photocopy that. What I do is photocopy the front and photocopy the back and make it by itself. And it's even got some, because it's, and so of course it's got, again, so I guess this is how it was. It was the folder like that. And then it's got different sheets in it. That's really nice. And this is great for a page because you can basically write on that. Even this. I mean, if I wanted to, I think what they did is they covered it to protect the music paper. Just to, remember in school when we used to cover our school books. So that was our first little treasure she sent me. And then she sent me, I'll start with the little one. Then she sent me this little paper pack, and I think this is one of the packs that she does do. And she's like me. We watch some of the similar YouTube videos and watch certain ones on Instagram. So some of her techniques, she comes from there. So she got this beautiful tea dyed with a stamp on it. And look at these little guys. I never thought of doing that. They would be great on a charm. I don't even have one. Do I have one here? No, I don't. I was hoping I had a little... I don't. Of course I don't. The one time I would want one. Maybe there's one in here with my... since I'm doing that, let me put this away so I don't lose these. Because whether I like to admit it or not, I do lose those little things, so I don't have one in here. Sometimes I throw some in there because I keep that close by. Oh, boo-boo, there's no more food. It's quiet time. Let me just check if there's one sitting nicely on my desk. But there isn't. But there's a package of them here. I gotta get them. I want to find another little one of these to put these in and keep them on my desk. I have them in a bigger container, but I don't always want everything that's in that container. So I really need to get another one of those little things. And I want to find myself I should have checked maybe if we go tomorrow, I'll check for a little vintage bowl. Because I got some rose and I want to get some more of them. I want to keep them in just a little vintage. I love glassware, so I took it out. Where did I drop it? No, boo-boo. Oh my goodness, see? Oh, there it is. So if you didn't want the string on it, you could take the string off, but it can be hooked on nicely on this as well, and then paper clipped in. So I'm gonna have to find where she got these little things. And look at that little stamp. Great for a fall journal. I'm trying to get my center of my camera. I don't know if I'm centered enough. Sorry guys. I think I gotta move this up, or move this way a bit. Maybe that works better. So, oh, I got a little. So those are really, really cute. And so she did different stamping on different, and I always think of doing this because these are great just to tuck in a journal. I mean, you can write on the back. They're great like that. And then she started, I kind of did a little bit of this for her, and then she's taken it even a step further, and it made me really think of what I want to do with it as well. I never thought of using my flower stamps with a swash like that, and I really like that. Again, I could cover the back of this with a harder kind of paper and just tuck that in the way it is. And the reason I would do that because it's a little fragile. And again, see, she's done different texture paper, did some stamping on it. This one on some material she stamped on. And this stamp she has is so cute. So she did me a couple of him. Oh, another one of those little things. And then look at how little these are. Do I have them in the camera? It comes from a little New Testament or Bible. It's cute. What I might do this is, I don't know if I'd take it apart because it's kind of still in, well, maybe not. Because I almost thought of, oh, no, that was first page. But if it was still like kind of together in the strings, I might have stamped on each one and just tucked that in a page. And then this is Enjoy Molson's Molson's is a Canadian beer here. So this is a vintage with Molson's. I can't even tell you how long Molson has been a part of Canada. And the main manufacturer is in Toronto, and it's actually in the middle of our 401s. And then I started doing this, and I showed her, and so she did circles, but I think she did that with like her own stamp type thing, or a pencil. I have done it with a pencil with an eraser on the end, and so I'm gonna have to try some of that myself, because that's really cute. And then she did some printing on some pages, and she doesn't think her printing's good, but I have a hard time getting small images on paper. Look at this one. Boo boo, no. Sorry. She's trying to knock things down because she wants things. And look at the birds. And they almost look like they were hand drawn the way she did it. I thought she drew this. I really did. And painted it. And she told me no. Then she took wax paper and embossed it. And she does it without an embosser. She uses just water and the rolling pin and the thing. So that's what I'm going to have to try. And I've been wanting different textured paper. Like I have a lot on cardstock, but it's really nice on this. Great to do in clusters, to put on a tag. And some great pictures she's got for me. And again, these are all printed. Look at this. How beautiful is that? That's going to turn into a journal card just the way it is. I love it. She gives me different like some more swatches to use, and sometimes I got this swatch idea from 507 Willow House, and then I think she got it from Ruby and Pearl, I think. But these are great just to cut and put into a collage somewhere. And then this old, it's typewriters, so they must have been practicing their typing, because it says Margaret Lang Unit 4 exercise. So it's a typing exercise. So that's cute. I love it. She always, whenever we see each other, she always gives me cute little gifts. I've never had a friend before that got into junk journaling, and it was just funny how we found out. Neither one of us, I think, really, well, she could kind of see on my pages that I was into it. And then she stopped at an antique store one time to visit, and she bought books, and I was like, oh, I love that. And so started both of our love for this. Oh, I forgot my little things here. There. Oh, and this little bag she made. And it looks like either this was tea dyed. I haven't tried doing that yet. I got to do that. Oh, and she stamped. Oh, if I can get them out. Somehow my fingers don't want to do. She just stamped. And you know, I have some cute little stamps like this. And I never think about just stamping like this, because how cute. I don't have a cluster close by, only a Christmas cluster close by, so it doesn't really suit it, but how cute would that be to just embellish it in a little spot on a tag? Look at it, it's so cute. So I'm going to have to do some of this. And she did it on some nice tea-dyed paper. And she did assortment. And I have nice stamp like this. I have some of these. I'm now wondering if she has the same stamp collection. Because I have this one. It's got the initials, which I thought of doing as well, is one with the whole alphabet on it. And if somebody wants to put their, and it's got all those different shapes. So I'm going to have to make some of these myself and keep them to use them. And I love it on the tea dyed. So I need to, and I don't know what, this is heavier than a, wonder if this is art paper. Like especially for painting, because it's a little bit thicker texture. I'm going to have to dye some of it because it turns out so nice. I need to tea dye badly. I keep putting it off. What I might do is I'm going to do my videos. I know last week I didn't do many videos, and tomorrow I'll try to do one, but I think we're going to go to a big flea market tomorrow. So, and then she started doing these. She already gave me one bunch of them, and now she gave me some more. And that is beautiful. Look at this fabric. It's so, I love it. It's just beautiful. Her fabrics are just amazing. And I love the sheer ones. Oh, I really do. So I got more of those. So that's good because she made me a few of these, and I really love these ones. Because they kind of gold and silver shimmer. So you could almost, like, I could even have put something like that on a ruffle. I might use one of these in my Christmas ones. But how beautiful would that, just even on the bottom somewhere, a little piece of it, which might be added to it. So these will get a lot of, I love, so she sent me a lot of those beautifully. I gotta get its own little container, but I have a bag of it here that she's already sent me. So I'm gonna stick it in with this. And what I like about hers too, she does a lot of natural ones, which is really nice. I like the idea of just doing natural and not just always doing pattern. I'll find a better way to store it, but just for now, so. So I don't get it everywhere. Okay, and then the other package she sent me. She spoils me. This I am in love with, and I'm going to use it in a pocket, as a pocket. I know you can buy these, but this looks more vintagey. So she probably got it from the one lady we went to. But I'm leaving it folded like this, and I'm going to put it in a page. I'll just pull a journal that I got half started. I'm going to put it, obviously it's not going to go on the front, but I'm going to put it in the journal like this, and I'm going to use it as a tuck spot. So I'm going to just tuck something in there and just have that beauty in there on its own. I could put a little cluster here, but I think I'm in love with it. In love with it. So that, and then we had found these together last weekend, and we kind of had a little, we didn't have a fight, but we both wanted it. But she bought it, and then she sent a nice piece of the collection to me. So it's very, it's amazing. I mean, it's typed, but it's got where they put the crest on it, or the stamp of the company. But back in there, it was kind of embossed. But this tells you the days before computers, when all of this had to be hand typed. So, and I'm trying to I don't have that long of paper to photocopy it. This I could. I might photocopy that, but it goes out longer. But isn't that amazing? In a journal, you could almost put it like this. Let's just say you put it like this. But the problem is you might have to trim it a little bit, so I'm trying to figure out how I would do it. Or I just put it in like that, and if somebody wants to write on the back of it, they could. Because some of my journals, I haven't made a lot of journals to sell yet. I'm going to try to reset my schedules for September. Right now with the summer and so many people in the house and Jacob off school, and some days I babysit, you know, it's not always easy to follow a schedule. Some days I have to babysit. So, and right now, Andre, his father's on holiday, so sometimes we just jump in the car and leave for the afternoon. So she sent me just like this. So, and I love when it's not even taken apart. So again, I thought, oh, I could turn this, I'm trying to think of how I kind of want to leave it together and then I don't know, ideas are floating, but I haven't. And this is one, I keep thinking, yeah, it is 2 pages. So again, it's great for a journal, just the way it is. The only thing I might do is put a little washi tape on the sides here, just because it is a little, they're vintage, right? So here we go. Again, I love that. I have to do this more and more, is keep some of the pages whole like this, because again, you don't have to do anything. It can just sit in a journal like that, and then you can embellish it if you want to. You could put a little, you know, if you want to leave it like this, you can do that. You could put a little cluster down here. You could take one of the paper ruffle. This is just one I tried making by hand. Take a little paper ruffle and add to it, or one of the beautiful fabric ruffles, and just leave it that way. You could put just a small writing paper here, like just a little journal spot. So lots of things I can do with it. And this is really old, and it's got the person's writing on that, and I love that sometimes. And again, it's very fragile, but I don't want to really cover the edges up too much because you lose this. So she sent me lots and lots of book pages, and then she sent me this because she's saying like this is perfect for fussy cutting out some of the pictures. So I'm learning different things, because when she takes me, when I see what type of things she uses, I don't know if it's because I've never really thought about it, or I've just never had it. So another beautiful page. Then she sent me this beautiful comic book. Isn't that amazing? And it's full, like there's so much in it. Another beautiful book page. This I would probably have to trim down, but that's okay, because even if I trimmed it down, these would be good. I would keep the scraps and use it. Now, she did printing, and I told her, I was like, oh, I love this. She goes, oh, my printing isn't very good. And I'm trying to figure out, because the paper she has it on, I love the way the colors blend with it. So I don't know if I would try to somehow put it in a journal like this, or I would fussy, you know, like leave some of it around it. So that's what I'm working on. Like, she has beautiful images on it, and I like it, the images with that background. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. She's her printing and the things she finds. It looks like she did this 3 times, 3 different printing, but I'm wondering if, look at the colors. I mean, she doesn't realize she's got a great eye of doing a collage of things together. And again, I could fold that in half and put it in a journal like that. But we'll see how I use it. We'll see. Or I'll use it on journal cards. I love it. Okay, so let's put this back in here. Just keeping her stuff together for now. Sometimes I take things apart when I get packages like this, and I put them in their different areas. But I'm thinking like Wednesday. Well, I think tomorrow we're going out, so I can't do it. But I need to do, my bedroom is a mess. The way I live, it's one room and there's no closet in it, and I had a wardrobe and it broke, and I ordered another one. So all my clothes are all folded on my dresser or on different places or in a bag right now waiting for me to, how come that's not going in? So I need to, oh, sorry guys, I kind of shook the camera there for a second. It was easier to do it that way. Put this in there. So I'm going to put her side of stuff aside for now. Now, she, along with Pierre, which is her partner, her sibling, took me to a Le Chute, Quebec flea market yesterday. And it's not as big as it's on Tuesday. I think that's where we're going. This one, guys, I'm sorry, will never be available to anybody. This is this is a Canadian, and I'm even taking the price off now. I got it for $4. It's a Confederation of Canada from 1867. It's in this beautiful folder. The folder itself is amazing. And then it is everything from that date. It's got pictures. You'll see a lot of, because Canada was very British, other than Quebec, which was very French. And so this is the Confederation of 1887. I think, from what I understand, this is our Parliament building. Of course, back then, now, the reason it's throwing me because there's so much else here now, of course. And then, I'll do this quicker than this, Our Dominion, a National Song and Chorus, words by Georgia, because, so it's like a song for Canada, printed in Canada, doesn't have a date on it, but it's just, thank God for the glorious work is done. As long as we have waited, our country's life has now begun. The Union consummated. No longer we're part by mountain, lake, or river, but in the one band joined heart. And so it's a, it's a song kind of from Canada, because we still have the monarch as, but after the Confederation, the Queen, it was, and this is by the Queen, the publication of her uniting the province of Canada, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, in one dominion under the name of Canada. So this is when it shows the provinces as because not all the provinces came in at the same time. There's different dates on them. And this is a newspaper, and it's in perfect condition. The person who had this preserved this so beautifully. Like, it would be amazing, yes, to cut it up. I might photocopy parts of it, but this is from Toronto, the Globe and Mail. It's a newspaper here in Canada. It still exists to this day, and this is from July 1st, 1867. So I can't open it all the way, but that's in there. And then there was another paper we had, and I don't remember it because I don't think it existed later. But then I have this. I'm not sure what all this is. I haven't really read everything on it. So this again is from 1867, July 1st. So it's all the stuff from that big day in Canada's history. And then this is the shocking, other newsprints. And I don't know what paper this comes from. But of course, this was under the Mama's big umbrella with the Queen. The year 19, the first great round debate of Canadian Confederation was over. A second round was just beginning. It was beginning of the British Parliament, where the bill for uniting 4 provinces of the British, it was not called Canada, it was called the British North America, was presented in February. What the reaction to the bill in Parliament had to pass. What was the reaction in our new Canadian province that were to be ruled by it, and then the neighboring republic that was going to have to live with it. Up to the point of Confederation had been a provincial and political movement, an unpopular Democrat. So it was, So I'm going to read this more because there's a lot of history in there. And so look at the colors. I want to just photocopy this just for that color. I want to see how it comes out. So it's a lot of, and this was probably just something. So I got all that, and then there's still, I think this is another, and then this is the map of when this area, when those provinces all became one. So it just, so I lucked out with this. I love it. Love it. And this is mine. It's just, I am a true Canadian. I love my country. Do I like what is all happening to it right now? No. But I think every country goes through trials and errors, and we stand with the country we love. Of course, I was born here, but I love being part of the monarchy. I'm one of those English people that it doesn't bother. So I got that, and that is mine, and only paid $4 for that. Can you imagine? And then I picked up a couple, I went to the Goodwill, and that's what not the Goodwill, the Valley Village, and I got these beautiful books. And I'm thinking of this would be a great for just to turn this into a journal. And I got this one, Heidi. Again, I'm going to take the page, and it's in French. So I'm going to take some of the pages out and put up some French together. And this again is another French one. So I'm thinking of taking some of the pages and building some French paper bundles. And I think this is printed here in Quebec. It's not imported from France. Yes, it is printed here in Montreal. The age on this is copyright 1966. So, beautiful books. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful books. I didn't buy a lot of books because I don't have a place to keep them all. So I have to be careful. You're not going to believe what I got for $2. And she had another one. And if it's there when I go again, I'm going to grab the other one. I've never seen them here before. I got a piano roll in beautiful, beautiful shape. So excited. Again, I might do it when I do my paper bundles. Put a piece. So, for $2, which is a really, really good price. First of all, I've never seen them, so that's the wonderful thing. Now, this lady, because she is friends with Pascale, and met her, and that she has seen her several times. When Pascale's going to go to the flea market, she emails her. And this lady puts packets together just for Pascale. She didn't put them out on her tables. When we showed up, she said, these are the ones I made for you guys. So this is one of them. And this box lot was $7. So you have to buy the whole box. There was, you know, like this here. I'm putting this in here. Please don't straighten my room up. You'll screw up my whole world. You know, sometimes we know where everything is. And this is from a store called how come I can't say that right now? Warworth. I can't even say it. So it's got all kinds of different things. Some is really old, some is not. It's different. It's 60s, it's 50s, and it's older. So it's just some extra paper. The Wizard of Oz. It's the used to have the 45 little record in it. And this, I'm going to put a package up. I have a lot of prayer cards. I'm not Catholic. I will never use these, so I'm going to put all of these that I have into one package and sell it. I have, so anything that's, again, this is all from the Catholic Church, so I'm going to make a package up of it. And if I have a lot of it, so this is St. Jude, so I'm going to put a package of it up, of all the Catholic prayer cards and all that. In memory of His Holiness, he was deceased in 1965, his 5th year of pontification. I don't know my Roman numbers very well. Then I got this, which is amazing. And I'm going to photocopy that. I'll probably keep the original. And then every once in a while, when I make a journal now, especially my shabby chic, I want to put a couple pages of vintage in. But I will photocopy this, that I would use it in other journals. Because look at, there's great writing spot. I don't even have to, you know, it can sit in like this. I could put a little cluster here and leave that beautiful writing. So, and then this is just, I don't even know what these were from. But I thought these would be cute just in a cluster. And there's another prayer card. This is a big museum that we have in Ontario called the Royal Ontario Museum. I hope I'm all in camera. This I wouldn't use in a journal, but I'm going to use it as, I'm going to facelift them. So I'm going to turn them in journal cards and tags. And look at this vintage Christmas. So that'll be cute, tucked into one of my journals. I used to get these at our church. I'm going to actually read this. It's our daily bread. When I go to church, we used to get these from this company all the time, and they're like little devotionals. Then I got this, And this is a calendar. I could fussy cut that out, or I could photocopy it. It opens like this, and then it's got the different measurements, inch to centimeters, because we are different. And then it's calendars, so I'm going to take those out, and I can put them into journals. Or if I do like a kitchen more theme, I could just use that totally there. These were envelopes in something, and I saved them because I can facelift them. Again, these are little quotes, so I might even cut them out. I don't know how to use those yet. Some old photos. Again, I'll fussy cut out, maybe not so much the caterpillar, but there's some cute, beautiful pictures in there that I would fussy cut. Then again, this is another, I got some, these are really good vintage ones, and this one is handwritten, and look at the writing. It is beautiful. So, and then this is a book on fromage, which again, it's French. I'm going to take them and put them all, make a nice French. And I think, again, it was printed here in Canada. So it's more Quebecois. Then look at this beautiful Christmas piece. Again, I will not, and it's got a letter on the inside. So it'd be just tucked in a pocket as a little extra, a little vintage piece. Again, another one, I'll just use a journal card. The thing, this isn't vintage, but I love the color of it. So it'll be great as in a journal. So another one of those envelopes. This is old, the Syrup Crown brand, and it's got recipes in it. Same here, and I got two of these, so I'm going to leave one intact, and I might put it in a paper package. And again, it's in French. Then I got this. This is Price Guide to Antiques, 1987. So again, nice pages. Some really unique book pages that I want to put together. Then this is Quebec art. And look at this. So I don't know how to do this. So if you have any, what's the best way to make this, to use this, please note back down in the comments. This is again the popular antiques at the Henry Ford Museum. So again, beautiful. I don't know if I should fussy cut these out or use them as book pages. I think I want to leave them as book pages because it's just beautiful. Then I've got this, and I'm trying to figure out how I would use that, or if I would just frame it. This is St. John, so it's the Maritimes. So like I got a lot of stuff. This I'll probably fussy cut. This is Star Weekly, 1967. And look at, it'll be just good and interesting book pages for journals. So I will share some of that. And this here. And then I got a Post from 1962. And again, it's too big for a book page, really. So I'm trying to figure out how, well, I now know how to make these, use them in journals, these big pages. And I can show you sometime. And then I got a lot of newspaper, old, fragile newspapers in the bottom. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I could fussy cut that, or it could go in a journal like this. You could cover this over if you didn't want it. You know, this image is beautiful. And these are all from 1973. That one. This is something about Spain. This is typed. It comes out of a book. And look at, like, I think these would be better fussy cut out, and then I'll use that for something. But a place for everyone. So it's really down, I bend on one knee and pray. And look at the picture on the back. So lots of different unique. The person did fussy cut. This is an Easter egg dessert. But look at, just, I mean, it's the person that had it must have wanted things. So I'm going to use it in different ways. Look at this one with the purple. So lots of, look at them all. And she just, whatever she has, she puts these little bundles together, and I got all of this for $7. So it's a lot of, these are like little poems. And look at, I mean, it's Christmas in the Forest. So this is amazing. Wonderful things. I'm so excited. Well, this bundle was, I didn't look through the bundle, I just bought it. So there's lots and lots. Stag and does, which are popular here in Canada. So that's that box. Hope I'm not boring everybody, but I just thought I'd show. So I got all that for $7. And the great thing is just these alone, when I go most places, they're selling especially the real vintage ones like this. They're selling these ones for $1 a piece. So some of these you can get free at churches. So, but these ones are the vintage ones. I don't even know if they have a date on it. And this one is printed in Italy. So is this one. So I will be making up different. This is printed in Belgium. So I've got some really unique things. This is just fun. I love it. Okay, let's put that back in there. So that's that book. I'm just going to, that box, like that box. Then I just bought this because I loved the picture. I paid $1 for it, but I loved it. I didn't care. Then I got these. I paid $8, which was a really good price because when we went to antique store, they were selling these for very much more. These come from tea. And I guess the person that had these was a collector because I bought one and so did Pascale. And so beautiful. And I don't know the date on them, if they have a date on them. Well, she said, you know, these are cigarette cards. That's what I thought they were. She kept saying they were in tea, but these are cigarette. And these were issued by the Imperial Tobacco Company of Great Britain and Ireland. These beautiful things. But look at the pictures on them. And they're in amazing condition. And I think I got doubles on some of them. So I will probably keep one set for me to use. And I might make a small package of these up. Or I might just use them to put in my journal. I haven't decided yet. I'm trying to decide if I'm hoarding for myself. That's a double. If I'm hoarding for myself or if I'm going to sell them. A few. They're so beautiful. I grabbed that. That was one thing was one of the things that it wasn't even a thought. Some things I thought about. Some things I said, I'm taking, like this. Look what I got. 25 postcards. And look at them. And we were going through the dates, me and my friend, yesterday. This is 1910. 1912. 1925. So they're all in the 1920s and that. And some aren't written on. I should show you the pictures as I go through. So, aren't they gorgeous? I'm going to scan some of them because I like the images, and some I will, like this is beautiful. White heather. This was for Valentine's, believe it or not. I would have thought it was for St. Patty's. A birthday greeting. Look at this one. It didn't have anything written, but some have written. And this is embossed on, almost like when we run the thing, because it is, this one we couldn't find a date, if I remember correctly. We couldn't find, but, so like, these are like, I have always, 1910. Look at how beautiful. How beautiful. Move this down like this. And this is not, we don't know the date of it. The person, when they were trying to sell this, was selling this one for $1. I got to peel all those off. The roses, $1. And I ended up getting all of them for $7. See, $1 originally. And this is from 1911. Most of these are either $1 or $2 a person was selling them for. This doesn't have a date on it. Sometimes the postage is how I'm getting the date, 1910. This was posted on 1910. So beautiful, beautiful. This one's from St. Patty's Day. This one, the person wrote on it, but they never posted it unless they posted it in another envelope. This is 19, some of them the stamp is faded. 1900 something. This is 1917. It's a St. Patty's Day one, and I'm in love with it. The original will stay with me. Some of them, my favorites, I will keep. Look at this. This is one of my, because I love lilacs, are one of my favorite flowers. This person dated it September 19th, 1909. And I can actually read the writing on this one. Dear sister, wedding bells are ringing today. How are you? We are all well and busy cleaning the house. It's a lovely day. We are invited out to supper. Yours, G.E.T. Then look at this. And again, this is, I got December 13th, but some of it's up here. Something 05. And this person wrote it on the front, 7/13/1909. And they wrote their date here. So, like, that was a steal for $7. Then I got, this one it's just a book I bought for a young girl. It's not vintage. That when I go to Value Village, I can get my stuff put in a paper bag. And instead of bringing my own bag, I know I can get it, and I pay 15 cents because I love paper bags and using them in different ways in my journal. So this was a surprise bag, and you couldn't open them, so you couldn't look through. And some of it, like, I don't know how I would use it. Some I do. Some I'm going to have to think. Like this here, I think I'll just cover it front and back. They're just coasters, like beer coasters. And they can be like little spot to journal. The same here. This would be hard to cover in paper, but I might like cut it down and turn it into tall things. This is actually a vintage picture. Like I got a lottery ticket. You know, some of this I don't know how I would use, but there are some vintage things in it. So this is head office, Quebec, Canada. And it has 1902 here. So this was in the 1920s. Postcard from Dayton Beach thing. There's again, this I would never use for anything, so I'll just cover it and turn it into a journal card. This is a real vintage piece as well. So some of like this 1960. This again, so some of it, I mean most of it's good. Like this I won't ever use. These are bus things, how we used to get our bus things in Montreal, and I used to use these. So like these aren't really that vintage. And like even this, I don't have any use for it, really and truly, some of the things. But that's okay, that happens. The same, like, so, and this McDonald's things, at first I was just going to throw it in the recycle, but I can cut this off and this here on each side, and it's good cardstock I could turn into journal cards. So I'm just going to have to trim it up a bit. So in these, you get it just like a Subway customer thing. Again, it's thick enough you could cover it. So you just got to think that way. Can I cover it? What can I do with it? So it's going to make me think outside the box. Truly. I'm not putting it back in the bag. I might take this bag back to her when I see her next. So then she can do more surprise with it. And then I got this in it. So new Potato Magic. So this beautiful one. So some great things to use as pages in a journal. I know these aren't old, this one. I might fussy cut out, see what images maybe are worth fussy cutting out. So, I don't know if I'd buy another one of these or not. Oh, my cat just laid in the other box. And then I bought this lot of sheet music. I got all of this. Oh, except for two. I have to take the two out that I didn't. So I got all of this music for $7. For me, that's good. Maybe it doesn't. And most of them are dated. This is 1619. And this is like several pages. I can't even remember if I saw a date on this one. And this was 84 Carlton Place, Glasgow. So, and it's got some old. I have never come across this old. And I mean, it does have it has taken some hit. So I'm going to figure out how I can do that, use it. Some of it's pretty fragile. Some of it might be just have to be turned into use in clusters and things like that. So this one was 1930. A Little Bird Told Me by Evelyn Knight. A little bird told me. Again. 1948. I guess I'll get the papers and go home. 1946. So I got lots of great, I won't open them all. $1933. There'll Always Be England. I don't know if that was printed in, it was printed in London, England. So I'm just gonna, I'll show you the front. I won't show you or read because we're running out of time here. My Sister and I. This is 1941. This is the Springtime Waltz. I just love how beautiful this is. Some of this I might have to see if I can I might try to make some old tape up. Because this is very fragile. But I can't even see a date on it. Now, one lady, I guess when she bought them all, she dated them all. And I can't tell if that's a 9 or an 8. So it's either 1841 or 1941. It has to be 18 something, because this one by that same person. Nope, it's not by the same person. It's 1928 when she dated it. So I really lucked out. This is lots of just individual sheets. Again, if I can photocopy the paper, because it's got such a nice vintage age to it. I just love the feel of the paper. And then this is somebody actually wrote notes. The paper's not too bad. I mean, it's tearing a little, but because this is so nice and durable, but it does have its cracks in it. But if I do make myself some vintage tape up, I was really excited about this. Like this one is in rough shape, so I'll just use it in clusters. It's they're just so torn. There's a lot of writing on it. This was copyrighted in 1895. So I got some good vintage paper, book music paper. So I'm excited about that. So that's what I did yesterday, and that is what I got. I was ecstatic of what I got, and I love what I got. So lots of wonderful items, and I'm so happy. And I don't know if she'll be there tomorrow, but we might go tomorrow, because tomorrow the flea market is even bigger. It's huge, huge, huge. And Andre's off, so we might take a trip as a family there. They have fruit markets and things like that too, so I'm excited. So those are my treasures I found, and I'm excited over. And thank you for joining me. I will come back on in probably about 30 minutes. And 30 minutes to an hour. We'll see how. I just need to get some water and get something to drink and see what time. I don't even know what time it is anymore. So those are all my lovely finds that I'm also excited about. And I will be coming back to do Merry Monday. All right, everybody. See you in a little while. And again, I will try to see find Pascale's link to her Etsy shop. And I will have the link to my shop as well below. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in a little bit.